We are going to learn about a simple palette function today called XML Modifier. So let's look at the definition of it. XML Modifier step allows us to remove XML declarations and DTDs with external references to avoid issues during the message processing. It is a very simple component. Let's see how it works in our CPA tenant. I will create one integration flow, call it as XML Modifier. And description, this iflow is used to demonstrate XML modifier component. Now I'll go to the edit mode and turn on the trace. Okay, let's remove the start and use the timer. I would like to run this iflow whenever I click on deploy. Okay, we need sample payload for our testing, right? I'm going to take one container modifier and name it as initial payload. Okay, in the message body, first let's take the XML modifier component itself. It is available in the message transformers, and scroll down here you can find XML modifier. So I'll go to the processing tab. Here we have three options: to remove XML declarations, to remove external DTDs, and invalid XML character handling. Let's first understand what is XML declaration. It's very simple. I'll show you a sample XML. So this first line is called as prologue, or we call it as XML declaration. This XML modifier can be used to remove the first line. I'll copy this and I'll select remove XML declaration for now, and in the initial payload I'll give the message body here. This payload contains one XML declaration. I would like to remove that from the payload. Okay, let's deploy and see. Okay, let's see the final output. Now the XML declaration tags are removed, right? So let's see another functionality of this. To remove external DTDs, first let's understand what is DTD. DTD stands for data type document, and there are two types of DTDs. One is internal DTD and the other one is external DTD. So the one you are seeing here is called internal DTD. This DTD is like a blueprint for our XML document. We have discussed about the XSD, right? So it is similar to that, but DTD is a legacy version, which means it is an older version. We are no longer using it extensively. We are relying on XSD nowadays. This DTD will define the structure of our XML, just like XSD. How many elements can appear, in what order can they appear, what are the mandatory values or what are the optional ones, what are the data types an element can hold. All these things are defined using DTDs. This is internal DTD. It is fine. It is allowed in CPI, but external DTDs are not allowed. When I say external, it simply means the data type definition is written in an external file or in an external URL. So here you can see this XML document contains a DTD, doc type, order system, and this is the website it refers to. These websites are dangerous since there can be a threat of data leakage. That's why CPA doesn't support external DTDs. So we should be cautious when we are handling XML payloads to remove these external links before we process them. Okay. For now, I'll take this external DTD contained XML payload, and I'll enable this remove external DTDs. And in the initial payload, I will provide this sample XML. Okay, it contains external DTD, and we would like to remove it using the XML modifier. You can name it as remove external DTDs, right? If you want to give a meaningful name to it, we'll try to deploy and see the final output. Here you can see the external reference has been removed. So that is the use case of XML modifier. So let's see the last option, invalid XML character handling. By default, it is set to none. We have two options, remove or substitute. Let's try remove first. Okay. This is the payload with invalid characters. So let's try this payload, and I'm pasting it in the initial payload body and deploy this. If we look at the final output, the characters, the invalid characters were removed. Here you can observe we have this character and it has been removed from this line and this line as well, right? So this is how the remove character, this is how the remove invalid XML character works. Let's try with substitute option. Go to this one and select substitute. Okay, let's see what happens with substitute. So it substituted all the invalid characters with a hash. Okay, this way we can see which characters were replaced or substituted, right? And this is how XML modify works. This may look simple tool, but it is very effective since we are going to handle or deal with XML payloads all the time.